Yes. People, how are we all doing? Start something new on the channel. I do me news rounds up pretty much daily, but if there's news that comes out that I feel is worth talking about, I chuck a cheeky little 10-minute video up, 5-10-minute video up, get me thoughts and views out on it as quick as possible for you people. And the big news for us, it's not transfer related, but it is semi-transfer related in the sense that it's one of the new signings. Alexis McAllister is available for selection for Newcastle United after his ban was overturned by the FA. Obviously, on Saturday, we played Bournemouth. We won 3-1, but there was a moment of controversy in the 58th minute when Alexis McAllister was sent off for serious foul play. Watching it back, was nowhere near serious foul play. It was a 50-50. McAllister just missed it, caught the player on the ankle. That's fine. That happens multiple times in a game. Happens multiple times in a weekend across how many games. But for some reason, Maka was sent off. Oh, luckily, it didn't affect us. Luckily, it didn't cost us, because I think it would have been a lot more, annoying, and certainly would have been a lot more controversial if it had cost us. But we got the job done. There was a concern, though, that McAllister was going to miss 3 games for something that was never really a red card. It was a yellow. But the appeal went in yesterday, and the good news today is that the ban was overturned. So we head down to St James's Park next Sunday, and Maka will be available, which is great news for us because he's been brilliant since he's come through the door. In pre-season, shone. Chelsea struggled a little bit in the role, but when he was on the ball, when he was showing what his skill set was about, brilliance. Created the goal with a superb pass through. Against Bournemouth was fantastic for the first 58 minutes. Kept everything ticking over. And having him for Newcastle will be a big advantage. And I think for us as well, it's a real chance for us to maybe start building up some continuity with the squad. Because as you look at it, we have Maka, we have Sobo, we have Jones, we have Endo, we have Elliott. Maka's been playing DM to start the season off with because we've lacked a DM. We've lacked a DM, so Maka's had to do it to start this season off with. The good thing about him now being available for Newcastle is we have a chance to see how Endo, Maka, Sobo will work together as a midfield 3, because it seems that at the moment that is the midfield 3 for the season. Endo, Maka, Sobo. It's a chance to get Maka into his more natural advanced position. It's a chance to put Dominic back on the left, which is where we wanted to play in this whole pre-season. And it's a chance to see how Endo can do as a DM. Maybe it is the anchor which the midfielders needed to really, push on and solve the potential defensive frailties that we've had. So it's real positive news for us that it's been overturned. I personally didn't expect it to be, because not that I thought it was a red card, because it's never a red, but based on the fact that it would involve the PGMOL swallowing their pride. And they have done that. I think, though, they never really had a case to not overturn it, because you didn't even need to go far to go find another incident similar where it wasn't a red card. Newcastle United played later that day against Manchester City, and they had 2 incidents that were more of a red card than our one, and they weren't red cards. So, glad that justice has been served. Gives us a strong point of view for the game against Newcastle. Gives us a chance to potentially field the first choice midfield for the first time this season. The good news as well, if you didn't see it, was that both Trent Alexander-Arnold and Luis Diaz are both in full training today. So their injuries, why they went off on Saturday, aren't serious, which is really good news for us. There was a little bit of worry about Trent, because there was a video that came out after the game from the guys at Born and Red, who showed Trent hobbling off after full time. He had a word with Klopp, and he started really struggling off down the tunnel. And there was real worry that, Trent Alexander-Arnold's not going to be fit for Newcastle. That isn't the case. He's in full training. Luis Diaz is in full training. McAllister, available for that game. The only player who isn't in full training at the minute is Curtis Jones. But there was also Canati wasn't pictured today. Maka wasn't pictured today. Thiago and Bajcetic, they're probably doing either media work or their own work. The only one who is still an injury concern is Curtis Jones. He's still not back in full training yet, but the hope is that he will be in time to be featured as part of the squad for Newcastle. And we might be able to go to St James's Park with as close to a full squad as we have been all season, which is a real positive for us. But yeah, Maka is available. Boss news. Boss news. Can't wait to see him against Newcastle. He'll be key in that game. Hopefully he gets played in his more advanced, more natural role. You know, see what we actually paid the money for rather than seeing him being plugged in as a DM where he's still solid, but you can tell there's something more to give. So yeah, boss news. Maka available for Newcastle. Trent and Diaz fit. Up the Reds. Bring on Sunday, eh?